going on in the crypto industry lately? I guess, especially since, like, let's say post FTX and everything that's been going on. You want to fill us in?
I think, with like emerging technologies, what's interesting right now is what everyone thinks of with crypto is they get so like the gateway drug seems to be investing and trading, so very speculative. But the average person doesn't really know much about like the technology or building any utilitarian value to it. So what's interesting right now in like this crypto winter, as they refer to it, is you see a lot of like the bigger players just keeping their head down and building cool stuff. And I think that is what will really like change things in the future. So if and when things get better in terms of like the market changes and then it starts to come back, I think it will come back in a very loud way, in a very positive way, in the sense that there's going to be all these new great technologies emerging. There's going to be things that are less primitive and more adaptive.
Well, what are we talking about? You're saying like there's gonna be like new things coming down the pipe, et cetera. Like we're familiar with Coinbase and unfortunately FTX and this sort of thing, but like what does that mean?
Yeah, so some of the big technologies, right? Like not specific to any one blockchain, but like smart contracts, like the idea of how smart contracts work, which if people are not familiar, the idea is you use technology to fulfill an agreement, right? It's kind of like an if-then statement, and you remove intermediaries from the equation. So a vending machine is a perfect example of it, where you put in your money and you get what you want, and there's no human involvement in there whatsoever. Right. So there's so many business opportunities for that, and I think if we look at across the market and the landscape right now, there's tons of different things that could do that, such as like if you're purchasing a home, right? Like the whole home mortgage process of how that happens, and all the intermediary work that happens there. But what's a fair argument is, you have like blockchain, what's on-chain data, so data that is on the blockchain that you can execute a smart contract agreement on, and then you have like off-chain data, right? Like, so how does that work? And I think that's where a lot of the technology is happening right now, is like these bridges between off-chain data to on-chain data and making those connections, as well as like connecting multiple different blockchains from one to the next.